In this quiet neighborhood, on this tranquil street, a mystery is unfolding.
You know that everybody's calling you a loser?
You ever wonder at what point you gotta stop living in fear and start living down here?
Look,
Alright, come on, man. How you feeling?
if you had one shot,
I'm saving up enough cash to get out of this place.
one opportunity,
I'm on my way. I'm taking you with me.
seize everything you ever wanted,
If something's gonna happen, it needs to happen now.
did you capture?
It's my boy Bunny Rabbit, he's a genius.
Just let it slip.
What are you doing with your life that's so great?
Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Choke. He's so mad, but he won't give up. Daddies, he know he won't have it. He knows his whole back to these ropes. It don't matter. He's dope. He knows that, but he's broke. He's so stagnant. He knows when he goes back to this mobile home. That's when it's back to the lab again, yo. This old rhapsody better go capture this moment and hope it don't do it. It's out in the music. The moment you own it, you better never let go. Only get one shot.
3 billion human lives ended on August 29th.
The Skynet system goes online on August 4th, 1997. John Connor is leader of the Worldwide Resistance, the last best hope of humankind. He is the key to the future, to the past.
Defense system now activated.
John.
Run. I'm gonna kill you all.
Man, it's just another one of them days where I'm sitting here trying to gather little bits and pieces of what's on my mind. But why does it seem like I'm only searching for something that I know I will never find? Cause man, it's just so cold-hearted and blind for those that cannot see that the impossible is just the limit that we set in our minds, and it's up to ourselves on how far we will set it. So I want you to remember these words, and don't you ever forget it. Since the beginning of time, in times of trouble, loneliness, worry, or deep contemplation, men and women have pondered the deep questions of life. Why are we here? What does it all mean? Is all that we go through just meaningless and futile? Or is there something more, something just outside of our abilities to discover? Throughout history, people have contemplated the possibility of supernatural beings who hold the keys to the mysteries of life. Is there a God? Can we prove his existence? If he does exist, why did he create us? Why doesn't he make himself so obvious that no one could doubt him? Can there be anything more important than answering the question, is there a God? Truly knowing this answer changes everything. Has God revealed himself to humanity, or are we left to wonder and speculate about his identity? Has he introduced himself to his creation? If so, how? Who is Jesus Christ really? Some say he was a prophet, others, a charlatan or a myth. We say he was and is the Son of God Almighty. Find out why. God's word says a lot about the Holy Spirit, but it's one of the least understood subjects in the Bible. Just what is the Holy Spirit? Does God have a personal relationship only with the rare and privileged people like Moses, David, or the prophets, or can you come to know him too? What is he like? Can we understand him? Is he in some ways like us, or is he completely incomprehensible to us mere mortals? Does he care for us? Does he want to have a relationship with us? What does he expect from us? The Bible claims to be a book written for us by the great Creator God. In it are answers to all of these questions and much more. It is like an instruction book for God's human creation, and it tells us what we need to know to approach God and really get to know him. The articles in this section give you a peek into that wonderful truth that gives true hope to our lives. Man, now can somebody please just tell me what to do, cause it's like I'm stuck in some kind of other realm, broke as fuck, with no food or wealth, and I'm just losing my mind with my bad conditions and health. Please forgive me for never saying, who am I, not to believe in Jesus, the man above that receives more pain than love, cause all you got to do is ask him for forgiveness, and therefore he does, cause he loves each and every one of us, doesn't hate, only expects the best from us. That's why when judgment day comes, he is only taking some of us. Father, I need to be a man of this nation as well as a man of my time. Then my son, I am confident that the men and women who carry the honor from this hope they will acknowledge and give the respect when you continue to give from your life. Father, right now all I can see is people killing each other and hurting one another. That is why I have accepted and dedicated this life to save them. I have therefore chosen this time and this place to discuss a topic on which ignorance too often abounds and the truth is too rarely perceived, yet it is the most important topic on earth: world peace. What kind of peace do I mean? I look to the sky and pray for a better day, somehow, some way, maybe one day I'll be heard, and God will answer every word, and let me fly in the sky as an angel like a bird, and set me free, releasing all this pain that has ever came to me. Don't get me wrong, there's no one else to blame but me. It's too plain to see, it's what I now realize and see, what's changed me for me, and let me be this better me for the better me, to see myself to be this one and only lost and lonely soul to be whole, cause never again will I fall in this hole, and not think it will all change in just a blink of an eye, cause just think it could have happened to you or I. So who am I, and so what if I have told a lie? At least least I still stand here and try to ask for your forgiveness, cause you're not the one that has to live this life that I live, let alone, is it any of your business, but you're still here, ready to help us conquer our most biggest fears that we fear, like death, and is it near, and is there anything left for me to fear? Cause just thinking about it brings a tear from my eye, down my face, cause I'm ready to do whatever it takes to believe that there's a better place than this. I can barely stand this, or put up with this life that I live, just try to forgive, and look past all the bad that I did. In my past, I know what I did was wrong, so here I ask for you to forgive me. I'm sorry, please forgive me, but this soul can't shed another tear, or hide from another fear. Cause it knows the end is near, it's done all it could to try and make it, but this soul just can't take it or put up with it for another minute to try and make it work. The pain, the hurt, the time, the work, the tears wiped from the shirt, from this broken heart stomped in the dirt, walked on, spit on, put down from all the doubt, alone, lost and scared to shout, to let these true feelings come out, not knowing how or where to begin to start to express the feelings from this heart that's slowly starting to fall apart, bit by bit, piece by piece, tear by tear. The end is near, but this soul has no fear of the end. It faces death and hopes for the best. It's realized its wrongs and has already confessed. Asked for forgiveness and to please just let this pain come to rest. I have a worthwhile goal, one worthy of total commitment and obsession to obtain, and know the necessary steps to achieve it. For I got this demo tape, it's more real than all the talking that people be talking, because it just got more real than you thought. For I look up to only one day, as it's time to rise, to take the stand to do what's right, cause even if I died for you, maybe then you would start to get two sides of the story before knowing my health is to show you. It's crazy to see, it's like going back in time, it's up to me to make a change. If I can't change myself for the better me, then how can I be the one to show you 2020 when I give sight to the blind, from me back to you, and to show you I'm as real as I stand before you. I had opened my eyes and looked into finding forgiveness, and only to show you the pain I suffered. I never want another to have to feel the pain I had to feel. Now I only try to overcome the past and try to be the better person by not falling victim to the evil things I sometimes have thoughts of acting upon. So this is to who in all times have sought the truth, have told it in their hour or in their living, who died in honor, to those who have died in the high and humble knowledge of God, to those who died in sorrow and in kindness and bravery, to those who have died by violence suddenly, to those who have died in the time of the joy of their strength. We are all children of the same God. We know our parents and our brothers and sisters that have been lost, and it may not seem like you understand why they have been taken out of your life, but understand without God, how can we understand what eternal life is? As I stand before you to show you there is of such a life after death. The people you all have lost are now gone to be with God. They say no one lives forever, but everybody should believe in the impossible. Just because you can't see me doesn't mean I'm not there, and at times you are in need of God. Just because he doesn't answer you when you expect him to doesn't mean he won't. He will always answer, but only when the times are right. Everything in your life is a reflection of a choice you have made. If you want a different result, make different choices. Destiny is all about the choices we make and the chances we take. You are free to choose, but you are not free from the consequences of your choices. Life is all about making choices. We all make choices. The hard thing is to always do your best to make the right ones, learn from the wrong ones, as we're now only looking back at each other. For those to see, our pain is only the reflection in the mirror, looking back at one another, seeing the reality that God gives us to see the right. But by giving that right, does it give us the right to judge upon another one's actions? In the end, we all are found by one, and only then will we know of our actions, to what ripple effects were made. I just hope the people that had unknowingly did, I now wonder to what makes them to be any better than the other. What was justifiable to them at the time of their actions to bring pain upon a person who may be in the wrong, but when the vengeance made for their own satisfaction, and call it karma for their own justice. My father shows you that it does not only affect that one person, but it ripple affects us all. America's known the casualties of war, but not at the center of a great city, on a peaceful morning. America's known surprise attacks, but never before on thousands of civilians. All of this was brought upon us in a single day, and night fell on a different world, a world where freedom itself is under attack. It was meant to send a cryptic message. Now what's the plan? All of the sudden a missing airliner. Well, let me tell you something, planes don't just disappear. I am not as good as I want to be, as great as one day I will be, but thanks to God I am so much greater than I used to be. I sometimes pretend to be normal, but it gets boring, so I go back to being me. I am who I am. Your approval isn't needed. Let your dreams be bigger than your fears and your actions louder than your words. I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. Life is too short to wake up in the morning with regret. Love the people who treat you right. Forgive the ones who don't believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. Nobody said it would be easy. I just promised it would be worth it. The minute you think about giving up, just think of the reasons why you have held on for so long. When you expect the best, I prepare for the worst. Don't know why. I don't know what else to say. When you're falling behind, I will carry you. Everybody cries, everybody bleeds. No one ever said that life's an easy thing. The good news is for when you fall, it's like you closed your eyes to go to sleep to wake up to another day. That's when you know. For when your times you fall, I will help you back up. There is no telling how many miles I had to go while chasing a dream. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a first step. Trust within God. He will show you. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. I'm not afraid of tomorrow. I know I'm already there. God sometimes takes us into troubled waters, not to drown us, but to teach us. The poorest man on earth who is friends with God is richer than the richest man who is not friends with God. People tell you to be positive. How do you take that when what's around you is negative and can't catch a break? Listen to me spilling my heart through this pen. Just know that I'll never be Marshall again. Full of controversy until I retire my jersey, till the fire inside dies and expires at 30. This one is for you and me living out our dreams. We are right where we should be with my arms out wide. I open my eyes and now all I want to see is a sky full of lighters. Let's pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now. I went away, I guess, to open up some lanes, but there was no one who even knew what I was going through. Like, do you ever wonder at one point you got to stop living up there and start living down here? Like, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. Would you capture it, or would you just let it slip? They ask me what am I doing with my life that's so great. Maybe I'm lost, tired of this feeling of always being alone and so far away from home. I'm here for a whole new generation. It's no longer a mystery, some think it's scary, while others wonder what's happening. The call, that started it all, from me back to my father. This is like something no one has ever seen before. I will be right there. This is a global event, to reach out to the other side of the world. You ever get that feeling like you were meant to do something extraordinary? When I'm gone, there's another world inside of me, that you may never see. There are secrets in this life, that I can't hide. Somewhere in this darkness, there's a light that I can't find. Maybe it's too far away, or maybe I'm just blind. Hold me when I'm here, right me when I'm wrong. Hold me when I'm scared, love me when I'm gone. Everything I am and everything in me wants me to be the one you wanted me to be. I'll never let you down. Even if I could, I'd give up everything, if only for your good. When your education cannot see under my skin, I won't tell you a damn thing that I could not tell my friends. I'm just roaming through this darkness, like I'm alive but I'm alone. Part of me is fighting this, but part of me is gone. You can hold me when I'm scared, but I know you won't always be there, so love me when I'm gone. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Maybe I'm just blind. We all are special. Some individuals, it's true, are even more special than others, but we should know if we started working together. You're a part of my family, a part of my life. You're a part of me like I am a part of him. We built an empire for people to remember us long after we're gone. If God is all you have, then you have all that you need. God doesn't give you the people you want. He gives you the people that you need to help you, to guide you, to teach you, to love you, and to make you the person you were meant to be. God can fill an empty heart when God pushes you to the edge of difficulty. Trust him fully, because two things can happen. Either he will catch you when you fall, or he will teach you how to fly. Never regret a day in your life. Good days bring you happiness, bad days give you experience. Both are essential. God puts people in your life for a reason and removes them from your life for better reasons. Nothing can compare to the love of God. Now tell me, what do I got to do to get through to you, to show you there's no mountain I can't climb? There's no tower too high, no plane that I can't learn how to fly. They took us for granted, took my heart and ran it straight into the planet, into the dirt. I can no longer stand it. If they don't understand the sacrifices that I made, maybe if they would have acted right, I could have stayed. I already died for you. I just cry with you. Daddy don't want you to see, but you see just as much as he did. Now you can't back down when I'm gone, but I'm trying to give you the life that I never had. I want a new life, one without a cause. I'm coming home tonight, no matter what the cost, and if the plane goes down, if the crew can't wake me up, just know that I'm alright and I was not afraid to die. Even if there's songs to sing, my children will carry me. Just know that I'm alright. I was not afraid to die because I put my faith in them. We can't ever say goodbye to this cruel world. Just know that I'm alright, man. Now can anyone tell me, have you ever loved someone so much when they know you're in their heart? Daddy, look what I made. Dad's gotta go catch a plane. Daddy's busy. Daddy's writing this song. This song ain't going to write itself. I'll give you one underdog, and you gotta swing by yourself. Slim Shady's crazy. Shady made me, but tonight Shady's rockabye, baby. I keep having this dream. Daddy, you said you ain't leaving no more. Daddy, please. Daddy, don't leave. Daddy, no, stop it. Daddy, don't you die on me. Daddy, better hold your ground, man. Don't I know the sound of that voice? Hey, what Daddy always tell you? My father told me when he was just a little boy, he was looking out his bedroom window late one night to see a shooting star, and he had made a wish, said a prayer before going to sleep, then had this vision that came to him. He was walking in this field and looked up to see this spaceship slowly hovering over everything for as far as he could see. He had turned to run from out of fright as he was going through this chain link fence, when all of a sudden he woke up and ran to his father to tell him of this dream that he had. That his father told him to take a walk with him along the beach. He had said to me, my son, if you take a look behind you to notice there are two different sets of footprints in the sand that only ends with one set of footprints. That's because for the times you feel like giving up, I will pick you up and carry you. When you see the sun set, a new beginning and time for the sun to rise, just remember a star can't shine without the darkness. If you see someone falling from the sky and he says that he can fly, when you see him slowly returning to the earth and he starts to walk on water to land, you ask me, did he die? I tell you, no, my son. Then you turn to ask me why. I tell you, because my son, it just wasn't his time. For that's only in God's hands.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Civilian or military should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy, a highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published.
The New York Times printed a photograph that had been taken by Associated Press with the photographer the previous day, so did newspapers all over the country. It showed a man who, having jumped from one of the burning World Trade Center towers, was falling through the air to the pavement, and acrobatics of death. An estimated 7% of those who were murdered on 9/11 died by jumping. There is ample photographic documentation, taken by various witnesses from various angles, of this horrific phenomenon. The Times never ran the photograph, or anything like it, ever again, neither did most other American papers. Indeed, photographs of the so-called jumpers have been rendered taboo, vilified as an insult to the dead and an unbearably brutal shock to the living, though they have been printed abroad, and can be found on the internet, and journalists who have tried to identify the falling, dying man. Straighten up, little soldier, before I'm dead. We going to pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now. I will keep you safe, daddy. Let me go with you. What you crying about? Just know when I'm gone, I can see you're sad. Even when you smile, even when you laugh, I can see it in your eyes, deep inside. You wanna cry cause you're scared I ain't there. Daddy's with you in your prayers. No more crying, wipe them tears. Daddy's here. No more nightmares. We going to pull together through it. No more pain. The stewardess said to fasten my seatbelt. I guess we're crashing. If I'm not dreaming, I turn around, find a gun on the ground and cock it, put it to my brain, scream, die shady, and pop it. This hurts but I never show. This pain you'll never know. If only you could see when push comes to shove. You got me. When I'm gone, just carry on. Don't mourn, rejoice every time you hear the sound of my voice. Just know that I'm looking down on you, smiling, and I didn't feel a thing. Don't feel no pain. Just smile back. The sky darkens. My life flashes. The plane that I was supposed to be on crashes and burns to ashes. That's when I wake up. Alarm clocks ringing. There's birds singing. It's spring, and I hope you get this message. We family and ain't a damn thing changed unless it's you. I need to be the leader. My crew looks for me to guide them, but this ain't what I'm in hip hop for. It's not why I got in it. That was never my object, for someone to get killed. Why would I want to destroy something I helped build? It wasn't my intentions. My intentions was good. So wait to start the mourning process, rebuilding, and you're still a work in progress. Tell them I respect you, demand it. Take control of this, commanded to be the boss. What I mean is you tell them they better hear you out. This much they owe me, gave up my life for. I'm totally devoted, and this is how I get repaid. I've done my best to them, nothing less than perfectness. I know that if I end this I'll no longer have nothing left. I backtrack and follow your tracks, and they keep treating you like this. They won't be coming back. Tell them they know what they have done. There's no need to go in depth. I told them they would be sorry if I left. Now they can sound the alarm. They can call out the guards. They can fence in your yard cause they know I can pull all the cards. If they won't back down, then stupid they will feel. I went away to open up some lanes, but there was no one who even knew what I was going through. On the verge of going insane. It shouldn't be this difficult to explain. This is why you came back again. They know you hate the fame but love the game. They can be as cold as ice. This is why I remain. I guess, here we go again. From now on, I'm refusing to ever give in to that feeling, like the only thing keeping you from leaping off this building. I can be a prick if you tempt me. My tank is on empty, no patience is in me, and if you offend me I'm lifting you 10 feet in the air. I don't care who was there and who saw me, and I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? In the papers, the news, every day I am. Radio won't even play my jam cause I am whatever you say I am. You can hear I'm saying this roof is caving in. This is not the end. I'm pulling for you to push through this feeling. With a little time that should do the healing. By tomorrow you may even feel so good that you're willing to forgive them. Even after all that you've been put through, this feeling of resilience is building, and the flames are burning quick as firewood through this building. You're sealed in, but you're fireproof. Flame retardant, you withstood it. As you climb up to the roof you're just chilling. You look down, you're so over them. You could put the heel of your foot through the ceiling the further you put it behind you. Give me hope, give me strength. I won't steer you wrong. Come along and follow me as I lead through the darkness. Ain't no way I'm going to let them stop me. I don't give a damn what you think. I'm doing this to show the world. If it thinks it's stopping me, you can never take my pride from me. Right now I'm on the inside looking out. I can feel the heat rising. Everything is on fire. Today's a painful reminder of why we can only get brighter, standing in the flames. It's a beautiful kind of pain, setting fire to yesterday and finding the light. Yesterday was the tornado warning. Today is like the morning after. Your world is torn in half. You wake and let's wait to start the morning process, rebuilding. You're still a work in progress. Today is a whole new chapter. It's like the thunderstorm has passed you. They hurt you so bad. It's like they murdered your ass, threw dirt on your casket, but you returned from the ashes. That hurt, that you just converted to gasoline. While you're burning the past, standing at inferno and chant as time passes. Things change every day, but wounds heal, but scars still remaining the same. But tomorrow that day has gone down in flames. Feel the burn. Watch the smoke as I return rising from the flames. We're going to save this world together. Now with your wings fly away and give everyone this message. Tell them I give sight to the blind, my insight through the mind. I exercise my right to express when I feel it's time. It's just all in your mind. What you interpret it as I say to fight, you take it as I'm going to whip someone's ass. If you don't understand, don't even bother to ask. Someone's trying to tell us something. Maybe this is God just saying we're responsible for this monster, this beast that we have empowered. A father who has grown up with a fatherless past, who has blown up now to rap phenomenon that has, or at least shows no difficulty multitasking and in juggling, both perhaps mastered his craft/entrepreneur, who has helped launch a few more rap acts, who's had a few obstacles thrown his way through the last half of his career. Typical, but now moving past that rubber band man. I just snap back. How could we allow something like this without pumping our fists? Now this is our final hour. Let me be the voice in your strength and your choice. Let me simplify the rhyme just to amplify the noise. Try to amplify the times it multiply by 16 million people are equal at this high pitch. Maybe we can reach Al-Qaeda through my speech. Let the president answer a higher anarchy. No more blood for oil. We got our own battles to fight on our own soil. No more psychological warfare to trick us to thinking that we ain't loyal if we don't serve our own country. We're patronizing a hero. People might start to go berserk when I just don't see either one of us budging. So if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, In one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? I was gonna go easy on you not to hurt your feelings, but I'm only going to get this one chance. Something's wrong. I can feel it. It's just a feeling I've got, like something's about to happen, but I don't know what. If that means what I think it means, we're in trouble, big trouble, and if he is as the man he says he is, I'm not taking any chances. You were just what the doctor ordered. It's my life. In my own words, I guess there's going to be some stuff you're going to see that's going to make it hard to smile in the future, but through whatever you see, through all the rain and the pain, you gotta keep your sense of humor. You gotta be able to smile through all this bullshit, and I know sometimes you just feel tired, you feel weak. When you feel weak, you feel like you just wanna give up, but you gotta search within you, try and find that inner strength and just pull that shit out of you and get that motivation not to give up and not be a quitter no matter how bad you wanna just fall flat on your face. And I know that lately I've been hard to reach, I've been too long on my own, but everybody has a private world where they can be alone. Are you calling me? Are you trying to get through? Are you reaching out for me, like I'm reaching out for you? Cause I know sometimes things may not always make sense to you right now, but hey, what I always tell you, straight enough little soldier, what you crying about? You got me. It's been a ride, I had to go to that place to get to this one. Now if you still are in that place and if you're trying to get out, just follow me, I'll get you there. Why are you looking puzzled? In a daze? I know it's confusing you, daddy's always on the move. I can be a prick if you tempt me, my tank is on empty, I'll nail their coffin, I'm going to tell them where to go. If there should ever come a time where my life's in a rut and I look like I might just give up, hey, thanks to you, I'm living life in the fast lane, moving at the speed of life. I can't slow down. I only got a gallon in the gas tank. I'm so hidden and you're never going to see. I'm cold, forgiven all because of my beliefs, and I've had it. I'm too strong. I have wept for too long, for too many years, and I ain't talking about you cats that try and beat em in battles. Excuse me if my head is too big for this building, but I have been beaten badly, pushed down, bleeding in the gravel, backstabbed and betrayed, heartbroken and in a rage. No time to be feeling sorry. I'll grieve another day, and all those tears are stormed in storm clouds that hover above me and cover the ugly. Continued to haunt me when I was feeling low. That's the same reason I hold on and never let go. They used to say that I never would be nothing, but I believed in you. That's why I'm striding the roads, landing in London. I woke up today in London as the plane was touching down. Maybe I'd be back around. If this keeps me way much longer, I don't know what I would do. You've got to understand it's a hard life that I'm going through, and when the night falls in around me and all I could think about was Monday, I don't think I'll make it through. All I think about is LA. It's getting kind of crazy and New York is getting kind of cold. You keep me from getting lost. The times you feel like giving up, I will pick you up and carry you. You put your heart and soul into everything you got. Don't ever back down from what you need to do. You never take the easy way through. I may ask you to do things that might seem crazy to you. It's what you thrive in. You are an absolute genius. You can turn into something wonderful if you flip things. Speak up, tell them what life means to you. I know I let you down, and though you say the days are happy, why is the power off and I'm fucked up? I know he's not around, but don't you place the blame on me as you pour yourself another drink. I guess we are who we are. Headlights shining in the dark night I drive on. Maybe we took this too far. And now you got me. Friends with a monster that's under my bed. Get along with the voices inside of my head. You trying to save me. Stop holding your breath and you think I'm crazy. There are powers far beyond us, plans far beyond what we could have ever thought of, visions far more vast than what we can ever see on our own with our own eyes. There are horizons long gone beyond our own horizons. This is courage to throw away what is our own, that is limited, and to thrust ourselves into the hands of these higher powers, God and destiny. To do this is to abide in the realm of the eternal, to walk in the path of the everlasting, to follow in the footprints of God and demigods. The hardest part for man is the letting go. For some reason, he thinks himself big enough to know and to see what's good for him. But in the letting go is found freedom. In the letting go is found the flight. I think that's what we all want in the end. To know that we left footprints when we passed by, however briefly. We want to be remembered, so remember us. Please, remember us. One's options in this world are as vast as the horizon, which is technically a circle and thus infinitely broad. Yet we must choose each step we take with utmost caution, for the footprints we leave behind are as important as the path we will follow. They're part of the same journey, our story. I was walking along the beach with my Lord. Across the dark sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene, I noticed 2 sets of footprints in the sand, one belonging to me and one to my Lord. When the last scene of my life shot before me, I looked back at the footprints in the sand. There was only 1 set of footprints. I realized that this was at the lowest and saddest times of my life. This always bothered me, and I questioned the Lord about my dilemma. Lord, you told me when I decided to follow you, you would walk and talk with me all the way. But I'm aware that during the most troublesome times of my life there is only 1 set of footprints. I just don't understand why, when I need you most, you leave me. He whispered, my precious child, I love you and will never leave you, never, ever, during your trials and testings. When you saw only 1 set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. I'd seen glimpses of a different me. It was a different me because in those increments of time I thought I actually became a winner. The truth, however, is painful. It was a truth that told me with a scratching internal brutality that I was me, and that winning wasn't natural for me. It had to be fought for, in the echoes and trodden footprints of my mind. In a way, I had to scavenge for moments of outrightness. Every day, you leave footprints. For those who do not care to look back on their footprints, probably do not leave any.